What's good, YouTube viewers? If you in this video, that means that you are awake, or I am pressuring you to become awake. With that being said, it's a special thing. You dig? It's me, your boy in the flesh special. Disregard the attire. You see me, I am at work. But man, let me tell you, man, this has been a couple days in the making. I just haven't had the time to actually sit down and document my information, but I had a planned order in which I was going to relay my philosophy. But with that being said, I came across some information, I want to say a couple days ago, watching these TV series. The first one was called Year a Million. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Go check it out. This shit's real. The next one is called Ancient Aliens. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Check it out. This shit's real. You already know, if you know me, you know that I stress the statement of ask questions. And a lot of people be thinking I just be coming up with shit, but just an analogy. I was watching this little documentary on Albert Einstein, and at the end of the documentary, a little girl asked him, basically, why are you so intelligent? Why are you so smart? And simplistically, the only thing he said was, the reason why I'm so smart and why I obtain so much information is because I ask questions. So with that being said, man, stop not asking questions. Ask questions, man. Don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to challenge what these motherfuckers is telling you on some real shit. But with that being said, let me go on to my topic, my lecture for today. My first question is going to be, what is epinetics? And with that, I'm going to give you the Webster definition. The Webster definition of epinetics is the study of changes in an organism caused by modifications of genes expressions rather than alterations of genetic code itself. My definition is the ability to change your DNA through emotions. With that being said, hey, we're a lot more powerful than we are aware of, us as human beings. And I'm saying that because me personally, I didn't know that you can change your genetics, you can change your DNA, you can change your the future history of your offspring just through verbally expressing something, just through emotionally feeling a certain type of way. With that being said, I wanted to stress the topic of epinetics because, just me and my everyday situations, I've witnessed a lot of parents, a lot of, I'm going to say black mothers, because most of 90% of the time, if they're black mothers that are parents, and I see them cussing their kids out, calling them stupid motherfuckers, you black this, you stupid motherfucker, you this, that, and the third, and then you wonder why the shit turns out for the worse. And that's because you're altering their DNA verbally. You feel me? You may not realize it in the short term, but in the long term, you're verbally altering your child's DNA. You feel me? You putting that stupid motherfucker DNA in there. You putting that dumb motherfucker DNA in there. You putting that bad child DNA in there. So with that being said, man, uplift us. You feel me? Uplift the kids. Uplift your offspring. Preach life into them. Don't preach death and destruction and dysfunction, because that's all it is. And when you are verbally attacking your children, you don't realize it, but you're verbally attacking their genetics. You're verbally attacking their DNA. You're verbally attacking your family tree by causing them stupid motherfuckers, dumb motherfuckers, fat mother, all that shit changes their DNA. So with that being said, man, watch what you say. Speak life into your children. Your words is very powerful. Your kids hold on to what you say far more than the next motherfucker would, because they're your kids. Next question. What is speciation? First and foremost, I'm going to give you the Webster definition. Webster's definition of speciation is the formation of a new and distinct species in the course of evolution. I'll give you my definition of speciation. My definition of speciation: your physical body being able to change to be able to exist in hostile climates or places with hostile elements. With that being said, all the people out there that don't have an imagination because of this matrix that we was put in has eliminated your imagination. Man, you need to go find that motherfucker. You need to go get it. You need to go look for it. I'm telling you right now, because it's a necessity in this day and age for you to have an imagination and be able to imagine the things that aren't right here in your face. Because that's the shit that they hiding from us. That's the shit that they make it seem as if it's impossible for it to be there. With that being said, all you motherfuckers that don't believe in aliens, UFOs, all this shit, bro, you need to wake up. There's a reason why there's movies about aliens and UFOs and time travel and all this shit. There's a reason. You feel me? That shit didn't just stem from nowhere. That shit stemmed from somewhere. And the aliens are a species that has mastered speciation. Simple. That's all they are. If they was born and raised here on Earth, they would look just like us, but they don't because they master speciation. And they are aliens. There are aliens, should I say. On to the next question. Why is it that space is always considered as the heavens? And for some people it may not be the same, but in every scenario I witnessed, in every documentary, all the shit, when they talk about space or they talk about the cosmos, they refer to it as heaven. And me personally, I feel like that's because they're one and the same. I'm not going to go too in depth into that, but just keep that in mind, that I believe that space and heaven are one and the same. On to my next question, question number 4. Why is it that only a small part of the heavens have been discovered? Like, if you were to Google right now, you feel me, space, you feel me, the cosmos, and try to, get an exact geography of all the planets and stars and suns and moons and all this shit, it would be so much more in depth than it was, say, 25 years from now. You want to know why that is? It's because space is so big. Like, space is not like Earth compared to space. Is like an ant within an ant motherfucking colony. You feel what I'm saying? Space is so big that the time that it would take to actually explore all of space exceeds the human life expectancy. So with that being said, these motherfuckers, we haven't been our life expectancy isn't long enough to investigate space in its fullest. Next question. Have you ever heard anyone say that the military is 20 years advanced than regular humans in America and in most countries? And if you haven't, I'm telling you now. You feel me? I've heard it. I know I've heard it millions of times. People say, man, I worked in the military and these motherfuckers had cell phones 10, 15, 20 years ago. That shit's real. And that's basically partially because they want to test the technology. They want to make sure before they give it to us that it's not something that can possibly allow someone to gain power over the military. And with that being said, I believe that if it's possible for them to be 20 years advanced, why the fuck isn't it possible for them to be a million years in advance? And I say that because the show that I watched, the Year a Million, they talk about things that are so far-fetched that our minds can't obtain it because we've never experienced it. You feel me? But their minds can obtain it because they have experienced it. You don't come up with this shit just out the blue, where they start talking about in Year a Million we're gonna be able to leave our physical bodies and our spiritual bodies are gonna be able to attain different bodies, and there's parallel universes, and they talk about man, I'm just far-fetched shit. You actually have to watch it to understand what it is that I'm telling you these motherfuckers is talking about. But my point in saying this is that these motherfuckers done already did this shit, bro. Like, if I tell you these motherfuckers was making nuclear bombs back when Hitler was, you feel me, running shit. Back when Hitler was fucking up shit, these niggas was trying to make nuclear bombs and trying to make spaceships and shit. You think they just stopped? You think they just said, you know what, fuck it, we ain't gonna try to do this shit no more. We tried and it's cool, we done. We ain't gonna, hell nah. These motherfuckers got spaceships, cuz these motherfuckers got time machines. These motherfuckers have invented parallel universes and all the shit, and they just spoon feeding us the information until they feel as if the information that they give us can't overthrow their power. So with that being said, that shit about the military only, the military is 20 years ahead of us, that shit's bullshit. I believe the military is millions of years ahead of us. Believe me when I say them motherfuckers ain't no 20 years ahead. Them motherfuckers are so far ahead and so far advanced. It's crazy. Okay, next question. Have you ever had an outer body experience? And I know when motherfuckers hear outer body experience, it just sounds so far-fetched and so just randomly different that it's not possible. But let me tell you, this shit is possible, and this shit happens on a daily basis. Like, you have outer body experiences and don't even realize it. Like, have you ever been so tired to where you felt like you were there mentally, but physically you weren't there? Like, you felt yourself moving, but you didn't feel yourself actually commanding yourself to move. That's because you were having an outer body experience on some real shit. And the reason that was is because the balance within your body was thrown off. Your spiritual body had more energy than your physical body. So therefore your spiritual body is shown more than your physical body. See, I be making all these videos and I just go completely off my list, off my notes. If I show y'all, I got notes and notes and notes and shit, and I don't even read my notes. I really just look at it and grasp through it. But with that being said, give me a second to breeze through this shit. Yeah. And another example, drugs. Drugs also cause you to have an outer body experience, or what you would call an outer body experience. Back in, like, I want to say it was, I don't want to give a number and it don't be correct, but let's say it was about the 40s, 50s, the early 60s. The CIA introduced LSD to the United States. If you don't believe me, cuz, look it up. First motherfuckers to introduce LSD and hallucinogens and psychedelic drugs to America was the CIA. And they did this because they believed that the psychedelic drugs would trap your mind and be able to entrap your mind so they can basically do what they want with you. You feel me? They felt like they could get motherfuckers to kill motherfuckers, and then when the shit's over with, you wouldn't know nothing about it. But see, LSD did the exact opposite. LSD frees your mind. It frees your mind from your body, which gives you an outer body experience. So with that being said, man, your body is totally separate from your soul. They're two different total things. And I'm going to go more in depth in another video, you feel me? I'm just trying to briefly touch this subject. But your body and your soul, your body and your spirit are not the same. They're not one and the same. They're two different, totally different things. With that being said, let me go on to my final question. I need y'all to bear with me. I'm outside.